Step into sterilization with full PPE on. Red zone tells you that your instruments are dirty. Place the transport box in the red zone. Now you will wash your hands and re-glove. Make sure no instruments are sticking out of the cassette to avoid sharp injuries. The sterilization room has a clean to dirty side to prevent any cross-contamination. Now put the instruments in either the Hydrum ultrasonic We will now put the instruments in either the Hydrum ultrasonic or the Sterling to get rid of any blood or tissue that is still on the instruments. Instruments must be cleaned before entering any sterilization machines. Loose instruments are placed in the ultrasonic. Add water to the ultrasonic until it reaches just before the 3 dots. It uses 1 cleaning tablet per load. Always wear utility gloves when handling instruments. Once secure, press the number of where the handpiece is and press start. Cassette will be cleaned using the Hydrum. The Hydrum uses detergent to clean the instruments. Make sure that is full before starting the load. The Hydrum must reach 180 degrees and run for 27 minutes to properly clean the cassette. Place loose instruments into the ultrasonic. Make sure hinged instruments are open. Then press start. Roll down the transport bin with a cavity wipe and put it into the blue clean zone. Do not set the bin down on the counter after being wiped. The counter is still considered dirty. Next, we will pull out the correct sterilization pouch for each instrument or cassette. When picking the correct sterilization pouch, allow for 2 fingers to fit on either side of the cassette or instrument. We will label with our initials, the date, the load number, and what sterilization machine we will be using. It's important to wipe down every surface you have touched to prevent cross-contamination and to keep the area clean. The Sterling should be finished oiling and cleaning the handpiece. Once taken out, wipe down with the cavity wipe and place on the correct sterilization pouch. The Hydrum and the ultrasonic should now have finished their cycle. The Hydrum automatically dries the cassette, so there's no need to put in the dryer. Place inside the sterilization pouch. Utility gloves should still be worn because the instruments are not yet sterilized. When sealing the bag, fold on the dotted lines with no gaps in the pouch for air to be let in. The loose instruments in the ultrasonic should be rinsed in the sink before being placed in the dryer. Place instruments in dryer. Make sure hinged instruments are always open. The dryer is motion activated by running your hand under the cabinets. The light will begin to blink green. We will now use suction to evacuate all the water out of the ultrasonic and give it a good wipe down. This should be done at the end of the day. You will need to fill out the record sheet for sterilization. Include date, time, and initials. Now that the dryer is done, you will place instruments into correct bags. Make sure hinged instruments are open. I am now grabbing the biological monitoring vials out of the cupboard. They are used to make sure everything is up to standard, like time and the heat. We will use the book to record the time, date, and load so we can identify which instruments are not sterile if it is wrong. We use these glass capsules to ensure sterilization works correctly. You will have 2 vials. One will contain endospores and the other will go into sterilization to be sure endospores are killed. Be sure to always check water levels before starting sterilization. The autoclave should be filled to the green line. We fill both machines with sterile water. Pouches are paper side up when going into the autoclave. We place the biological monitoring vial on the bottom closest to the door. That is where a mistake would most likely occur. To start, press pouch and begin. The Statum's water is found on the bottom cabinet. There is a minimum and a maximum line. Handpieces should only be sterilized in the Statum. Pouches should be paper side down when going into the Statum. For both the autoclave and the Statum, you should never stack pouches on top of each other. They will not clean properly. Both machines should reach 275 degrees to kill endospores and sterilize the instruments. When starting machine, click pouch and start. While waiting, wipe everything down to keep a clean space. Biological monitoring vial is placed into an incubator. They are broken, and this will tell us that the endospores have survived. If they did, the machine is not working correctly. The test results are kept in the small book. Once instruments are sterilized, you do not need utility gloves. The color indicator on the pouch should change in color to show it has reached correct temperature. All sterilized instruments should be placed in the blue zone. The blue zone indicates that they are sterilized and clean. After everything has finished, we will wipe everything down with a cavi wipe